If you're a fan of psychological thrillers and Billy Crystal, you know you're in for a treat. Or are you, as a self-proclaimed cinema devotee, have been eagerly waiting for Crystal's return to television after a 7-year hiatus? But after watching Apple TV Pluses before, I'm left wondering if you should have stayed away a little longer. Subscribe to this channel and hit the like button if you're just as curious about this underwhelming thriller as I am even well BC. With 3 decades of movie watching under my belt, I'm not often surprised by lackluster productions. But Before manages to impress me with its sheer audacity. It's as if Crystal and his team took every psychological thriller trope and mashed them together in a reckless attempt to create something new. The result is a show that's equal parts confusing, frustrating, and hilarious. As a fan of the genre, I'm used to expecting a healthy dose of twists and turns, but Before brings it to a bizarre level. The story centers around Dr. Eli Adler, a child psychiatrist struggling to cope with the loss of his wife and his growing bond with a new patient, Noah, who's experiencing terrifying hallucinations. It's a timely exploration of grief, and more grief, but it feels like a stretched out, watered down version of Better Work. Despite boasting a talented cast, the acting is stiff and the dialogue relies on cliches. It's a style that's become all too familiar with Apple's latest shows, always prioritizing flashy marketing over actual storytelling. The series mangles everything it touches, from plot to character development. The sole plot point connecting the seemingly unrelated characters is a picture of an old farmhouse that keeps turning up everywhere, which I imagine at some point is supposed to be auto-exciting, not annoying, to top it all off. Before insists on packaging every traumatic event with heavy scientific jargon, apparently thinking that throwing around terms like mass psychogenic illness will compensate the fact that the plot makes little actual sense. Essentially, insensitive of initially massacre leave. And just when I thought things couldn't get any weirder, Eli starts embracing that far-fetched connection everyone seems to make with Noah, quipping, "We're connected, we're connected." We desperately need better storytelling in this era of predictable streaming. Will we get that? Hopefully the next production from Apple exceeds our expectations. As I watched the final episode, I couldn't help but laugh at how ridiculously inconsistent and confusing it all was. I guess that's what they mean by the thriller genre. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,